Hello, and welcome back to my playthrough of Kerbal Space Program. It's been ages since I last played it, hasn't it? When was it actually? Let me check that. Um, it was probably like 2 months. Mm, Nearly 1.5 months, give or take. It was 17th of November that I streamed the first part. And now we already have 2025. This is my first stream of the year, so I guess also Happy New Year. Slightly late, but still. Um, and yeah, mm, I don't know how consistently I will be streaming KSP now because it's also only 2 weeks until Assetto Corsa Evo comes out, and as I mentioned before, once that does come out, it'll probably take over like almost everything I do on my channel. Unless they really screw up the launch, but I really hope they don't. But in any case, we still have 2 weeks that maybe I will stream some more KSP. Um, we'll see what happens. But right now, let's get straight into it, I guess. Um, and do I have... Yeah, I took on this contract. What other... Well, this was above 18,000 meters. Tourists I can't quite do yet, so yeah, this is the only contract of this type that I can do right now. I have also been testing some stuff with the planes, and I have actually figured out something that is definitely going to help make this thing flyable, and that is, there is a reason why modern planes actually have double landing gear in the back and single landing gear in the front. And I mean, to be honest, after I thought about it for like 10 seconds, it was quite obvious why. Because since I am controlling it primarily using the rudder, that does mean that like it controls sort of from the rear of the aircraft, which means when I had just a single landing gear in the rear, it would get completely wobbly, whereas by putting two of them in the rear, it helps it be a bit more stable. Check that, but it doesn't seem to affect the center of... But no, yeah, I think this is correct. I never remember if the center of lift is supposed to be behind or in front of the center of mass. But no, I think... I'm trying to think based on how the aircraft handles, and yeah, you generally have it tipping forward on its own. But yeah, now that we have the landing gear in the front, we no longer need the parachutes, because I can actually land this thing now. But I believe another thing was... I think that is... Okay, this is there for that one, it can transmit science. Okay, this one seemingly can transmit science, so that will be useful. So we can mount it right on the front. It kind of seems like it's based on the Z fighting, it seems like it's actually attaching two of them, so let's disable the thing. Okay, I think that works. And I guess since this is going to be our final design, we could also add navigation lights. Can I... change their colors independently? No, I cannot if I install them with symmetry. Don't expect there's a way to place parts and then sort of remove the symmetry from them afterwards. I guess we'll do that. And what was it? Red goes on the left side and green goes on the right side. Right, I think that's how it's supposed to work. And I guess we'll call this the Kerbal Air 1F variant. But this should now be the final variant. I saved it with those not deployed. Okay, I do also think I want locked camera for aircraft, though the camera still is awful. How did I... Okay, like that. Are the lights working? I need to actually switch that. Okay, and they are now slightly not synchronized, but whatever. I'll fix that afterwards. Center the camera again. And let's go. Yeah, would you look at that? I can actually control the aircraft on the runway. this is the correct thing. So this is the direction we want to be going. I think it is quite a bit of a distance, it seems. So this might turn out to be quite a long flight. But hey, I really need some more funds before I try to take on anything else. Like pressure readings, I didn't install anything for pressure readings, did I? Well, we're turning around, I guess. I thought it was just the usual crew report. Well, I guess we'll get to see if it is actually easier to land. Deploy the flaps/air brakes already. Do not want to slow down too much quite yet. Of course, the freaking camera angle has freaking offset itself, and I can't see exactly what I'm doing. Well, that did not exactly go to plan. I guess we can do that. Make sure we save it with this. And I guess we can, while we're at it, we might as well install both the barometer and the thermometer, as we will be needing both at some point. And yeah, let's hope that this time, once we do this whole thing, the landing goes a bit smoother. And when I was testing this, I managed to land it twice in a row without any problems. So I don't know what's going on here. Definitely the fact that the runway is quite bumpy isn't gonna be helping things. Once again, the freaking even the locked camera isn't actually locked. Because why the fuck would it? I think we want a heading of about 45 degrees. Engage SAS. Set up navigation. Get going. It would be nice if I could see the distance, but I don't think that's really possible. Figure it out. Okay, it's not actually crazy far. It's still a bit, but it's manageable. Actually seeing as downside, yeah, seeing as we don't have more than one mission to do on this flight, we can just keep it and recover it for a bit more science. Now I believe I want this sort of heading. Slightly whatever direction this is. south of that so I can get a better approach. So might as well already start dropping some altitude as we are quite high. I believe the runway is aligned with the heading of 270, so that's kind of a good reference point to know when I need to turn, start turning, line up with the runway. Already start preparing for that. The flaps. A bit more altitude. Start slowly turning that way. Not quite like that yet. That is getting a bit too much for us. Up there. Whereas I don't want to really be accelerating. I want to just keep the same speed for now. I will also descend quite a bit more. Honestly, I almost kind of think maybe it's a better idea to land next to the runway, considering how bumpy the runway is right now. But I don't know. Start to slow it down a bit. I'm gonna overshoot it. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna land in the field. Actually. Like I said, the runway is crazy bumpy anyway, so sort of keep it there, a bit higher. Not fast. Why is this not working? I swear I was able to land it without problems. Yes, I think one thing that is different is this is night, which makes it kind of more difficult to judge um, how fast I'm approaching. I'm not sure how useful this is going to be, how much light this is actually going to provide to see where I'm landing. Yeah, I think I did save it. But you know what, let me try to do a few test runs. Just take off and land immediately. Just to practice it a bit more without having to spend the whole flight. Turn it around. And attempt to land. At this point, you can get away with 0 throttle, I'm pretty sure. So let's try to level out even more. This doesn't feel like I'm landing that fast. Yeah, okay, now it works. No problem. So what was the problem previously? I do also now have steering mapped on my joystick. I'm not sure I mentioned that. I'm gonna try to land once more. If I can pull that off, then I'm gonna head to where we need to go. Hopefully this time the landing goes better. Maybe what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like line myself up with the runway by flying above it and then do this sort of flip. Because it seems I'm able to land better when I do this. So right now it looks like I'm not actually gonna make it to the runway. Now let's undo it. Mhm. Yeah, easy. And I'm not actually even using the landing light. But yeah, I guess let me activate the navigation again. And I'm actually gonna start takeoff in this direction because I have more room on the runway. Landed quite early this time. I guess let's try to get there again. Set up camera properly. That's not set up properly, for Christ's sake. The next time I might have to look around if there are any camera mods for KSP that would give a better camera for aircraft, because the ones that are available are just in the base game are just awful in every way. And I guess maybe the interior camera is the only one that's actually sort of pointing in the direction that you're flying. And just wobbling around like this. hit. So actually more than halfway there. Why I try to climb higher? It's just because the symbol on the nav ball is going higher, so it naturally makes me want to point the plane higher. Yeah, it's a pretty big area. You know, I think we have the height where we can turn around like this and drop some height. But yeah, I think this time I'm gonna sort of do 2 passes over the airfield. Like once to line myself up, then do the sort of vertical turnaround. Do not need to be going this fast. Do the sort of vertical turnaround and going for the landing. Definitely using way too much throttle to just keep speed. You can easily keep 100, way over 150 meters per second with just like, what is this, probably about 25% throttle. Part of me kind of wants to attempt the landing immediately. This might be a mistake. But it is a more realistic approach, and good at this, am I? Okay. Let's hope we don't run out of runway. Okay. Well, we made it. Let's maybe move a bit closer to the space center. Is it? Yeah, it is actually rolling along the ground. For some reason when I was testing it, but maybe it's because, like, I don't know, some collision problems with the fully upgraded runway, but when I was testing it in Sandbox, it seemed like the wheels were clipping into the ground. But here it seems fine. So, I don't know what that was. Stop about here and recover. So do we have anything else that I can do here? We have a bunch of tourists or suborbital. Space flight. Well, I guess let's see if we can make an orbit, make two orbit, or maybe try to build a passenger craft. Actually, now that I think about it, what is the research and development like? What do we have? Okay, there actually is an unmanned control here that would definitely make it easier to get what's the word? It would make it easier to get tourists onto rockets. What is this? Firework launchers. Here's the thing though, how much this. Yeah, it doesn't really reward any science, so it wouldn't help with that. I do want this fuel tank if I want to make it to orbit. How much does this provide? Just 6 science, but it also, if we can make it to orbit, that'll open up some more experiments. So yeah, I think while we have this, let's research yeah, advanced rocketry. So what does this give us access to? Heavy rocketry with more engines and boosters. Propulsion systems gives more engine types, another booster, and some more types of fuel tanks and fuel system, external fuel duct, drain valve. What is this about? Okay, just to drain resources out of parts. Yeah, more fuel tanks. So yeah, I guess for now we're still stuck with manned craft. What was my last design? Kerbal 2. That was just 2 boosters stacked on top of each other, wasn't it? So yeah, I think what I'm going to do here is, where are the things? Parachute. I guess we can get some science on board straight away. Still don't remember how I set it up to keep it as balanced as possible. I think this looks good enough. This is looking straight down. Maybe let's try to move these a bit lower to adjust it. Yeah, it'll have to do. Yeah, I guess this will be the Kerbal 3. Yeah, I pretty much have a plan here, what I want to do. I don't think, actually first of all I need a decoupler. I don't need this right now. I don't know if I should go with this or this tank for the orbital stage. No, just to be safe, we have plenty of funds, so I can go with a bigger fuel tank. Doppler. Then I think I'm going to go with 2 of these maybe. And I'm gonna go with this engine. Can I like check somewhere? No, I don't think so. I don't think I have that yet to be able to see how much I actually need. Yeah, I don't think I can check how much I need to get into orbit. I think just to be safe, I'm going to also strap 2 of these solid boosters to the sides. This might be overkill, I don't know. What other variants are there? Yeah, this looks better. And yes, on control surfaces. Like this, maybe. It looks like they might slightly hit, but I don't know if that's actually properly simulated or not. Also, I want the main engine to activate together with the boosters. Then yeah, separate the boosters, separate this parachute. Okay. Well, let's try to get to orbit. I believe which way is east? North is down, so east is gonna be here. Because I believe I want to be going east to use Kerbin's rotation to my advantage. And yeah, let's hope this works. Okay, I think I overdid it on the amount of thrust. I think we're already going to reach orbit. Shouldn't I be able to see my speed while, or my height, altitude? Okay, if I mouse over. Okay, I definitely overdid it on how much I need to make it to orbit. No, I don't know. Actually establishing the orbit can take quite a bit of fuel as well, so we'll see, I guess. Also, I feel like I was quite late on the gravity turn as well. But yeah, we should be able to get into orbit here. Yeah, I was a bit late on the engines there, but let's see what happens here. Give me an orbit. Hello there, Wartrex Gaming. I believe we are just about to get into an orbit for the first time in this career mode. And that about does it. Now hopefully I have enough fuel to get back. I thought I overdid it on the fuel, but it might not be as easy as I thought. If for some reason I thought experiments in orbit would count separate from just suborbital flights, but I guess not. So still no good way to get more science. Yeah, these are useless. Okay, I guess that previous stage just crashed into the planet. I just witnessed that. Yeah, let's go a bit further along the orbit. Oh, thanks for subscribing. Yeah, advanced it a bit too far to be able to witness a sunrise from space, but whatever. Okay, let's try to set up a landing. Fast forward a bit more. Yeah, I guess so. I did notice that I think ever since I started streaming, YouTube has started suggesting me a lot more of smaller channels. So I think that is actually something in the algorithm as well. Okay. We're almost to the other side of the planet. Fingers crossed we can get into the atmosphere. Okay, I think that's... Yeah, that's probably enough. I was worried for no reason. It might actually be a somewhat steep re-entry, all things considered, but... Yeah, we should be fine, right? I guess I can get rid of this stage. No going back now. Yeah, this is going to be really steep considering my altitude. Oh boy. And I don't have a heat shield, even though I'm pretty sure I have them unlocked. Or do I? Or did I just only get one for a test contract? I don't remember. Honestly, I'm not gonna wait the whole time until we actually re-enter. Yeah, I'm pretty sure most people don't play career mode. But I like to have some kind of progression, so... Okay, let's get a bit more lined up for re-entry. Okay, we'll probably be landing somewhere around here. Maybe that's going to be a new biome to get some more science. Okay. Come on. $2,000 until atmosphere. 1,500. And here we go. I'm gonna try to keep it pointing backwards, or I guess retrograde, if you want to be technical. I don't think there's enough atmosphere yet to just naturally keep it pointed that way. Okay, we are starting to slow down now. Okay, the moment of truth. Is it too steep? We might lose some of the science instrument. Possibly all of them. Oh god. Please don't burn up. Actually, it feels like the temperature isn't rising that much anymore. Might actually be falling. Yeah, I think we're okay. We made it. Is this wharf anything? No, we're still in the upper atmosphere. Yeah, okay, I can now just disable that and it will. Okay, this is just flying at Kerbin. Well, for now I'm trying to see if we're even at a point where I'm going to get some... Oh, I guess I actually haven't been taking temperature experiments, so we can get some from there. I was fairly sure I did. Actually, I guess maybe this might not be from... that... I don't know. It would have been at a much lower altitude, so I don't know if that still works. Okay, I guess anything in atmosphere is while flying. I thought there are like different biomes where like things count differently. No, nothing here. I guess I'll try again once we land. See if that gives some more data. Or science points, I guess. Now, as always, just waiting as it slowly lands. I guess I'm... Yeah, okay, I'm much closer to the ground than that indicated, because this is somewhere in the mountains. On Kerbal. Can I? Yeah. Okay. So it is only while landed that you actually get the biomes actually make a difference. Okay. So a bit of science there. Yeah, 21.5. Oh. So I guess it doesn't take much XP to get them to level 1. I don't think he gained much before that. Can I like look into that? No. So yeah, he now has prograde and retrograde hold. That's gonna be useful. And let's see what else we have. Explore the moon. Okay, so flyby and return. I don't think I have the parts to be able to do that yet. I definitely don't think I want to even attempt this without being able to set up maneuvers. So I'm gonna need to... I think that's the tracking station. Needs to be upgraded to do that. But... yeah, it doesn't have a duration limit, so I'm going to accept it straight away. Do I have anything in here that would give me some science? Only the testing of things. Okay. I guess I could try this and try to see. You know, it's not really going to give me science, but you know, I don't like the test missions, but actually I think this might be the only thing I have available. What was the one I already have active? No, I don't think so. I don't think I know who that is. Well, I'm not exactly a KSP YouTuber. I'm a sort of everything YouTuber. I just happen to be playing KSP right now. Okay, but this one seems fairly easy to do. This one seems difficult. This one could be doable with a jet, although I'm not sure that's what they intend. I guess I'll take on these two. Yeah. I guess let's try to build something to accomplish one of those. In my plans as far as streaming in the upcoming future is I am doing retro achievements, achievement of the week and achievement of the month. That's like a yearly event where every week there's an achievement in a different retro game to obtain. Retro Achievements itself is a platform that adds achievements to retro games through various emulators. But also I do quite a bit of sim racing, and Assetto Corsa Evo is coming up in 2 weeks. So I expect that's also going to take up a lot of my time, unless they really screw up the release of that. But yeah, right now... Well, I mean, like I said, right now I don't have the ability to set up orbital maneuvers. You have to unlock that in career mode. And I'm not sure I feel like winging it to the moon, you know? I'm pretty sure that's with upgrading the tracking station at some point you unlock that. Yeah, in career mode you have to unlock... I mean, I wouldn't even know at what point in the orbit to try to establish like a transfer to the moon. I guess I could do it with quick saves, but that kind of feels like cheating to me. How much is the upgrade actually? I feel like I can afford this. Yeah. Next upgrade I can do maneuvers for 563,000, whatever this is. But I mean, like, at what point relative to the moon I need to do the burn so that my orbit actually goes near the moon when it reaches the moon's orbit? Mm. So what was it? This was just suborbital trajectory, 120,000. Though actually I might not survive re-entry depending on how I do this, so I don't know if I'm going to do that right now or if I should wait until I have unmanned craft. Mm. I mean, this one should be doable. Is it just this one? Yeah, LVT-45. So I probably don't want boosters because I want better control of my speed. Actually, you know what I could do? Also, I definitely don't want as much fuel in the first stage because I will not be making it to orbit. And then so what is the thrust on these, like 195? Okay, this actually has more thrust, so maybe let's try to do it like this. Symmetry, please. This is the swivel. Let's put these on the sides. Maybe let's move it a bit higher. Yeah, carbon-free B, I guess. What is going on? 2 people talking in my chat? That's a new record. Hello, Neptune. Yeah, I think this should work for this. Actually, rotate it like this. So I think this way it's gonna be better lined up. Even though I'm not going for orbit this time around. Okay. Actually, I probably don't want full thrust because I want to be specifically at this height with these sorts of speeds. I actually want a separate stage where I just activate this thing. Okay. Now let's actually get some more speed so we reach those heights faster. Let's hold about this. Oh, what? Shoot. That's not gonna work. Guess I could just give them more fuel. And this looks like a really weird rocket design. The thing is, with solid boosters, I'm not gonna have enough control over my speed to be able to make sure I'm at between 0 and 140 meters per second at this height. Also, I might not have... It might end up being too heavy for... I think it's the launch pad that limits maximum weight. Yeah, okay, this is a very cheap upgrade, so let's just do it and not have to worry about it. I guess maybe I think 4 liquid engines could do the trick. If I even have enough. parts allowance to build that. I don't really. But I guess we don't need the science experiments on this guy. Honestly, we probably don't need the top stage either. I'm just trying to get to that height and test the engine. Well, let's see how this works. I think I might actually... Okay, also... what the fuck is this staging? I think I want a separate stage here. Why did these like separate like that? I think I want to be able to activate this before I hit these. Okay, so activate these, separate these, activate this, separate these. Okay. I'm not used to... I haven't seen this version of the launchpad before. I don't think. I think I'm actually going to start with something like this for thrust. You know what, it seems to be quite a bit heavier now. Oh. Okay. And quite unstable. Let's just point it straight up and hope that's enough. Okay, well, it is doing circles, but it's staying somewhat vertical. It's pointing mostly upwards. That's not what I wanted to do. It didn't save the staging changes. Let's go back here and do all the staging properly. Okay, so these go here. What did I just do? Right, these engines turn on, separate, these turn on, this one turns on, these separate. Okay. Hopefully this is enough. And I could add another set of fuel tanks on top of this. If I need to. Actually, considering how unstable it was, I want these to also be there. So it can actually have maybe some time to stabilize before I activate the second set of rockets. You know, this just isn't going to work. I don't think. Well, I mean, maybe we can make it to 25,000. And not make it to 31,000 before I slow down enough. I need 140 meters per second. That's not actually happening. Okay. Well, at least we know we can make it to the right altitude with this thing. Why does it like... Why is it unstable? It's perfectly symmetrical. So I don't get why it like starts to flop around like this. And at this point, if I add pins on the boosters, I'd have to... Actually, I guess I could afford one on each. Otherwise, I don't have enough maximum parts allowed on the vehicle to do any more than that. But no, this is gonna make it. And I'm not going to be using this design beyond this flight anyways. I just want to do this one contract with it. Yeah, I'm from Poland. Oh, and now we can actually see the apoapsis. Because I upgraded the tracking place. Guess I should have gotten rid of those a long time ago. And again, like I said, I'm not using this. I'm not using this design at all after this. I just needed something to satisfy the requirements for this test. I know that generally a rocket should be taller than wider, but it sort of just happened that I needed to build something like this to be able to complete this contract. You know, the question is, at what point should I open the parachute? I think we can probably wait until I'm a bit lower. Actually, I guess one thing I could have done in orbit was a crew report. Maybe that counts as something different than a suborbital flight. But, I mean, if I need to, I can just do another flight into orbit. I mean, I already have a working craft for that, so it's not gonna be that difficult, especially now that I can just lock the SAS to prograde or retrograde with Jeb being level 1. And yeah, I definitely shouldn't have tried to activate the parachute all the way up there, because it probably would have gotten torn off here. Okay, now we can activate it. And we are over the ocean. So potentially a slightly softer landing. Yeah, I mean, with the whole going to the moon, I mean, I also currently still have a limit of 30 parts for the entire rocket, so I think that's another reason why I probably wouldn't make it. Especially as I'm not very good at this game, so... And I probably, actually, I guess I probably could afford to upgrade the VAB at this point. So that would allow me some more parts, I guess. But yeah, no, for now I want to focus on other things with the career mode progression. Thanks, but I think I'm fine trying to figure things out on my own, at least for now. And I mean, if I really start struggling, then I'm sure there's plenty of guides I can find online to figure things out. And landing. Do I have a crew report from the ocean? I do not. So I guess that's some more science. Okay, 43 total. I can almost get the stay put nick. So I can do unmanned flights, and that will probably... With that, I might attempt to do some tourist flight to get some more funds. How much is it? Okay, no. Upgrading the VAB is crazy expensive. 225,000. No, thank you. I don't make enough money to justify that. Okay, what was it? Mark 16 parachute. That's just this thing. I can't attach it, because it has to be attached inline. Okay, let's figure something out for that. I just call them Kerbin. Okay, I think it's gonna be easier to line it up if I attach the parachute on the back. Does it have to be on this side, or can I like rotate it and attach it here? Yeah. And I don't think... I guess I could use where is it? Is it under aerodynamics as well? Yeah. I guess I could use this. I imagine it has slightly less drag than... than just straight up this thing. Ah. Well, I guess I'm not... I don't need this light on the front. Kerbin Air 1G. By the way, the only reason I'm all the way up to G is because 1 through E couldn't fly. But yeah, I just do Kerbin, Roman numeral, letter. And for airplanes, Kerbin Air, Roman numeral, letter. For the naming. Actually, I guess I maybe could have upgraded the thing. the runway to have a slightly smoother launch. Also, I am using a joystick for airplanes. I stick to the keyboard for rockets because I feel like that's better. Yeah, I mean, I already mostly designed this aircraft, and this one does fly, so I mean, I think at this point the thrust is going to be slightly offset because of the new addition on top, but it should be fine. Famous last words. Up. Okay. Now climb to 2000. The freaking log camera. Otherwise it's gonna be shit. Actually, I think I would rather land this thing on ground than in the water. So let me turn it around. And we are in the correct altitude, correct speed. But yeah, I want to get above land. Before I open the parachute. I don't think this is exactly what they wanted from this contract, but this is what they get. Slow it down like this. While I wait for the parachute to do its thing. There's those air brakes. now we're just falling straight down. That is slightly... That is falling slightly faster than I would have hoped. I'm gonna try to come... Okay. Saved. I don't think it would have survived landing with with just a single parachute. So that's why I decided to do that. Now, where the flip is the base center? Okay, this direction. That's actually fairly well, sort of fairly well lined up for the runway. Though I'm not used to landing from this direction, but no reason why I can't try. To the runway, actually. Okay, now cut the engines. Okay. Not exactly a smooth landing, but you know what they say, any landing you can walk away from is a good one. And with that, and this will also yeah, this also gets us some more science, so that's also gonna be good. What would that unlock? Space exploration, cargo, EVA repair kit, storage, ladders. Okay, basically EVA stuff. What is this? Last one and stuff. Okay, I'm assuming this is for doing experiments in EVA. More decouplers, adapters. And a docking port, and what's in here? Another unmanned control thing. A light. Okay. Some interesting stuff, but nothing I can get right now. But finally, unmanned vehicles. And can I... yeah. So this is going to be for passenger flights, the setup. But before I actually try to do any passenger flights, I have to check that this system will actually work. What am I looking for? Okay. One should be enough, because it is stronger than the regular one. Do I have heat shields? Yeah, I do have heat shields. So I guess just in case, let's put one down there. Crew, yeah, empty seat, that's correct. Yeah, I guess let's try to build something for suborbital flights. I think this should be enough for that. And just a couple of... do I even want solid boosters, or do I just want additional engines on the side? Probably better off with just engines. So with engines I can control the thrust while in flight instead of having to decide what I want beforehand. And why is it so hard to freaking align them? I guess I'll put two more. What? Okay. This would be... Kerbal 4. I think, although actually... hold on. Is this... I don't actually remember what I did before. What was... What was Kerbin 2? No, Kerbin 2 was just 2 stacked boosters. So it's definitely not a Kerbin 2 variant. Could I consider this I guess technically this is a Kerbin 3 variant. So it's still... yeah. Just double check. No crew. And the only problem is I'm pretty sure that I guess delete Kerbin 4. But the only problem is I'm pretty sure with this thing I don't get SAS. But I'm not sure. Maybe I do still get like very basic SAS. I think I already saved it. I think I already checked that there's no crew. Let's try it. Yeah, no SAS. Okay, but actually the weight of the parachute is creating a fairly nice gravity turn. Bit higher. No, I think I can make it to space with this. Yeah, just about. That actually still gives me a whole additional stage that I don't need. This might actually be something where I want the joystick for the re-entry, since I don't have SAS to keep me pointing in the right direction. I am going to fire the engine. God, I don't... Okay, never mind. It's just making things worse. Okay, stop spinning. Wow, I actually managed to slow it down properly. If I'm not careful, I'm gonna end up sending this thing into an orbit. I don't think it has the fuel to do that. Okay, but yeah, this should be good enough to carry space tourists. You know what? Let me try to get the joystick. No, it's worse. I'm gonna have to try to control it with just tapping on the keyboard. Okay, but yeah, now we are entering the atmosphere properly, so it's gonna stabilize on its own. I mean, I guess another question is this rocket actually cheaper than the space tourists are willing to pay? How much profit can I actually make with it? Actually, I'm thinking probably the reason why it went crazy with that orbital or kinda orbital stage is because this parachute makes it unbalanced. I guess I could add two on the sides instead. Even though it's going to be complete overkill for how much of a parachute this thing actually needs. But it doesn't really matter, seeing as I'm going to be recovering it anyways. It's not actually going to add that much to the cost. Although then I don't get this nice automatic gravity turn that it basically did. I'll figure something out. Okay, so 1300 funds recovered. The thing costs 13,000 to build, so that's 12,000 total cost. How much are the tourists paying? Less than that. Okay, but these are actually paying a bit more. There is also this VIP. Or is there like... No, there is no bonus for this. Also, this is... This is quite a bit overkill for just orbit. So, first of all, rotate this whole thing. The fuel itself doesn't do much. I'm worried if I remove this whole upper stage, then I'm going to be left with not much that I can or what am I trying to say? That if I remove this, it's once again going to be too short and it's gonna get tumbly. Okay, I didn't realize the boosters were that much cheaper, so that might be a reason to use them. What the hell is this game doing? Okay, that saves quite a bit of cost. Again, the fuel isn't that much. And actually, I think they are also... They have less thrust than... the other engines. Oh no, I'm using the swivel, so it has a bit more thrust than that. So I could limit it slightly. Can I like figure out how much thrust this is exactly? I don't think so. How much were these tail fins again? I guess I'll add these just to have some additional stability. I think I'm going to do another test launch and then I'm gonna start ferrying the tourists. So this would tilt it that way, which I think is what I want. So up. I think. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so I think this will work. Possibly even for orbital flights. And I don't know, I guess we'll find out. I don't think it can quite make orbit, or I think it might be able to get into orbit, but it wouldn't be able to get back. No, I don't think it's even going to... Yeah. It's going to go it's going to go decently far, but it's not going to be an orbit. Let's accelerate time until we re-enter. Also, let's get rid of that thing. Come on. Stop it. Re-entry with this thing is the scary part. Can't just use SAS to line it up retrograde, you have to keep it lined up manually. At least until you start to actually reach the atmosphere, at which point it will line itself up. This way. We're still going too fast for the parachutes. Okay, now we're in the correct speed range or velocity or whatever. once again it's gonna be it's actually going to take even longer to land. I might have to lower the altitude at which they open. Although I think, is that altitude to ground or to sea level? I don't actually know. Because if it's sea level, then I might screw myself over if I end up landing over land. I mean, there's not much land in this direction, so I don't like to time warp in atmosphere, because that's, from my understanding, that actually speeds up the physics. But I don't feel like waiting however long it's going to take to land. At what point can I unlock some kind of thing? Some kind of unmanned SAS module. And I would assume it would be in this section, but okay, this thing has SAS. But that would cost 90 research points. I'm gonna accept these. Actually, this one, it's suborbital space flight. Yeah, and I guess just do them all. Start from the top, so this guy. Honestly, do I want to test it? Because I kind of feel like, well, obviously I don't need this stage to get the suborbital flight. Again, I don't want to get rid of it for the sake of stability. But would these two parachutes be enough to land the whole thing with the engine? Might actually try it. I mean, worst case scenario, I just drop it. If it's landing too fast. And I guess, it's also possible that it might burn up on re-entry. I guess we're gonna find out. I guess if this... I'm trying to think, I guess if this does work, what I could do is, instead of having a fuel tank and engine here, I could like stack 3 capsules on top of each other, and this way I could get more tourists on board at once. I think that was I don't think we were gonna get we were gonna slow down fast enough to deploy the parachute safely. There. But I mean, how... I would imagine that a command pod with a single passenger weighs less than the engine and fuel tank. I might have to do another test flight. Because I also do realize that it would probably get boring just watching me do the same launch over and over again. So I kind of want to figure something out to get all these tourists to their destinations as quickly as possible with as few launches as possible. Plus, that also means more money. So, you know, win-win, all things considered. Yeah, the idea would be to do something like this. How much does this? 0.7 tons plus passenger mass. This is 1.1. The engine is 0.5. So it's actually kind of similar total weight. Can I attach this here? Yeah, so I could do it with 2 capsules. This does have a... This still has the engine. Strap a heat shield onto that thing. I don't think I have, like... something that I could enclose this thing with. Do I just try it immediately with passengers? You know what, actually I think what I might do, because it is also already getting kinda late here, is I think I might just leave this stream here, do a single test launch of that thing off stream, just to find out if it is safe. If I can land it, and yeah, come back next time. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be it for today. Um, so yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna come back to do some more of this. I might be back again this weekend. I might not be. I'll see, I guess. Yeah, I still haven't decided if I'm going to start something else before AC Evo comes out, or if I'm just gonna stick to only KSP and retro achievements of the week and of the month until that happens, and get into other things, well, once I'm over the initial excitement of AC Evo. But yeah. Mm, that's gonna be it today, so you know what to do. Do it with style. Like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and if you're watching at a later time, leave a comment. And other than that, thanks for watching.